In our world, we see lines everywhere, lines on a map, lines that divide people. These lines represent countries and the idea of nationalism, a love for your nation above all else. But what happens when this love makes us forget about fairness and justice for everyone? The Quran, the holy book of Islam, offers a different perspective, one that goes beyond borders and focuses on the entire human race. The Quran teaches us that loving our nation shouldn't mean ignoring what's right and wrong. It encourages us to think bigger, to see ourselves as part of a global community. This means treating everyone with respect and fairness, regardless of where they come from. It's about understanding that we are all connected and should act with justice even when it's difficult. The Quran challenges us to look beyond the lines that divide us and recognize the shared humanity that binds us. It's a call to build a world where justice and fairness aren't bound by borders, but are the foundation of a more equitable and compassionate world for everyone. Imagine a family reunion, lots of cousins, aunts, uncles. It can be a bit chaotic, but no matter what, you know you are connected. The Quran teaches us that all humans are like this one big family. We come from the same parents, Adam and Eve, as mentioned in Quran chapter 49, verse 13. This makes us brothers and sisters regardless of our nationality, ethnicity, or religion. Nationalism often tells us to put our country first, even if it means overlooking the needs of others. But the Quran reminds us of our duty to everyone. It encourages us to treat others as we would like to be treated ourselves. This principle of universal brotherhood is a core value in Islam. This idea of a global family is powerful. It breaks down the walls that nationalism builds. It reminds us that we have more in common than what divides us. Our shared ancestry should unite us in a bond of love, compassion, and mutual respect. This is the foundation for a just and fair society. Imagine a set of scales. On one side is your family, and on the other is a stranger. The Quran says the scales of justice should always be balanced, even if it means going against your own family. Quran chapter 4, verse 135 tells us to stand up for what's right, even if it's hard. This is a tough lesson. Nationalism often promotes loyalty to one's nation above all else. But the Quran reminds us that justice should not be selective. It should apply to everyone equally, regardless of their nationality, ethnicity, or any other difference. Justice is about fairness. It's about making sure everyone has equal rights and opportunities. It's about speaking up against oppression and fighting for those who are marginalized. The Quran challenges us to be champions of justice, to be a voice for the voiceless, and to work towards a world where everyone is treated fairly. The world can feel divided, like there are walls between us. The Quran warns against these divisions. It teaches that tribalism, favoring your group over others, is harmful. Quran chapter 5, verse 48 reminds us that God created us differently so we could learn from each other, not fight. Nationalism thrives on these divisions. It creates an us versus them mentality that can lead to conflict and injustice. The Quran's message is clear. We are one human family, and we should treat each other with respect and compassion, regardless of our differences. Imagine a world without borders, where everyone is treated with dignity and respect. This is the world that the Quran encourages us to build. It's a world where justice and fairness prevail, where differences are celebrated, and where everyone has the opportunity to thrive. It starts with each of us rejecting the divisive nature of nationalism and embracing the Quran's message of unity, compassion, and justice for all.